Okay, Ronald, here's your license, registration.
Okay.
All right. And then your insurance there. The violation was for the cell phone use and the parking motor vehicle on a sidewalk.
Cell phone use, I was off the road.
All right, this is not where, let me explain it, okay? And if you have any discussions, you can plead not guilty and you can...
Well, I have a couple of questions right now.
Okay. Any questions, read these 2 sets of instructions. Mailing instruction in the back of the envelope, and you can pay it online. It's due on June 13th, okay?
Okay, now I have a question. I was told if you get a phone call and it's an emergency to pull off the side of the road. There was only 2 wheels on the curb.
Yeah.
Okay. Soon as he waved to me, I said, I'm on the phone, I'm getting off, it's an emergency, and I pulled off and drove into here.
Okay.
That's the proper way of doing it. There's no sign there that says you cannot park on the curb. I did not know that. Okay. He was screaming at me from the window, at my car, yelling at me with his finger and his mouth yelling.
Okay.
And I pulled in here. Is that, what did I do wrong?
Sir, you were on the phone when you pulled up onto the sidewalk.
Okay.
Number 1.
Off the road.
You got onto the sidewalk. They told you to move. The hands went up in the air like you weren't moving. You were on the phone. You showed me the phone. I still said you had to move off the sidewalk. Again, you hesitated, didn't go. I was like, when you going? That's when you started to go. Pulled in here. Told you what you did wrong. You can take it up in court. I'll see you in court.
Within 10 seconds of you giving me all this, I drove out off the curb.
So in that 10 seconds, you had time to roll up the window and get down to here, and you heard me screaming at you.
Yes.
It doesn't make sense, sir.
It doesn't?
No.
Well, it seems like harassment to me.
I'm sorry you feel that way, because all you had to do was move, and none of this would have been taking place.
And I did move.
Not in time, sir.
Not in time?
Estimate. Not in my estimate. So when we go to court, you'll be able to present your side. I will sit there. I will present my side. A judicial magistrate will say yes or no. That's the way it works.
Well, like I said, I feel like I'm being harassed. I was on the curb for a second.
Right.
I was off the road.
I brought over another car to show you that I'm not harassing you. I told you what you did wrong. Here it is. Didn't swear at you. Didn't raise my voice. Didn't scream at you.
You were raising your voice at me.
That's your opinion, sir.
That's exactly what happened.
You'll need to find somebody who saw that or heard that also and bring that with you to court. Or to the internal affairs or whatever you feel you need to do.
Well, if I'm going to live in this town and get harassed constantly by Troop F...
I don't even know you, sir.
This is the first time I've ever encountered you.
Yeah.
Well, I am the one that was... got assaulted at the post office.
Okay.
And had to go to internal affairs on Hart for not doing his job properly.
Okay. And
then the court added the additional charge after Lieutenant Rios did his job and invested the case properly. Now I feel like it's some type of resentment for you guys for me going to internal affairs.
I don't even know who you are.
You don't know who I am, so you don't know Trooper Hart or who I am.
I know who Trooper Hart is, sir. I don't know who you are, and this is the first I'm hearing of that situation.
Oh, okay. It just seems like, doing the right thing.
Trooper Ingles the same way doesn't know who you are either, so.
Okay.
Obviously, it's not a harassment.
Well, I pulled off the road to use it.
I wasn't sitting there waiting for you to pull out of your driveway wherever you live.
Well, I come in front of school from dropping my boys off, had an emergency phone call.
What was the emergency, sir?
It had to do with my family.
Okay. Well, I mean, you'll have to probably explain that in court because if that's what you're basing it on, they may let you go with that phone call one. But you still can't park on a sidewalk.
I wasn't fully on the sidewalk. I was off the road, 2 wheels on the sidewalk.
That's going to be me saying you were and you saying you're not. And that's what the court will decide.
Is there a sign over there that says you can't park on the sidewalk?
So there's not a sign that says that you can go through a red light, but that's part of the...
Without being sarcastic, is there Connecticut general statutes that say you cannot park on the sidewalk?
Yes, that's what he gave you. It's fully on there. The statute's on there.
Okay. So there's no leeway if someone gets an emergency call to pull over for a quick second. There's no leeway. You would rather me answer the phone in the middle of the road?
The lead would have been when I said move and you did.
I did move when you said did.
Well, I don't think you did it in time. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, that's why I have to go to internal affairs then, because you're not being fair.
Okay. That's totally up to you. And all the tickets on.